Hello, my name is Chris and I'm a U-Haul hitch professional. Installing a Stealth Hitch on your Audi Q3 can lead to some amazing adventures, such as biking, camping, or road trips to your favorite destination. And with the addition of the towing kit, you can even tow a U-Haul trailer just about anywhere in North America. Now let's take a look at how we complete this Stealth Hitch installation. You will need to provide the following tools or supplies to complete this installation. Begin with the cargo hatch up so you can remove 2 fasteners with a T20 Torx bit. There is one on either side. Inside the rear wheel well, you will find 4 fasteners to remove. We will use a T25 Torx bit to remove them. Now repeat for the other wheel well. The next step will be to remove this fender trim. In some cases, like I have found, there is some double-sided sticky tape holding it back. So simply pressing down on the tabs and pulling out is extremely difficult. We've had to reach in and peel the tape while we were depressing these tabs. And there are more body clips that are more standard and easy to remove. I suggest using blue masking tape to protect the vehicle from any incidental scratches while we're doing this. I'm taking the sharp edge and trying to cut the tape. Now we will remove 4 fasteners from the underbody. 2 are a T25 Torx bit on the outside, and 2 are a T30 Torx bit on the inside. The fascia has hidden 10mm fasteners that we need to access from the cargo area, so let's jump inside and start pulling some trim panels. Start with removing the floorboard. We will be removing the spare tire. Go ahead and loosen the wing nut so we can remove the metal clamp and lift the spare tire out of position. Unstrap the jack and remove it. Now the foam can be lifted out of the vehicle. We can now gently pry up the rear scuff panel using our trim panel tool. Pull back on the weather stripping to gain access. Once it's loose, we have an electrical connection to disconnect. Depress the tiny tab to remove the adapter. Open up the driver's side trim, turning the tab counterclockwise. Do the same on the passenger side. We will now remove 4 10mm fasteners that are hidden behind the fascia. 2 fasteners can be found right here at the rear underneath these grommets. Inside the hole, you will find a 10mm nut on a long stud. That's why we're using a deep well 10mm socket and extension to remove it. If the nut does not come out with your tool, fetch it with a magnet tool. The driver's side and passenger sides can be found just below the trim cutouts, and they are not covered by the grommet, they are just below the grommet. With all the fasteners removed, we can now peel the fascia from the vehicle. There is some sensors back there and an electrical connection, but we are not going to remove it. We're going to keep the fascia on our bumper stand while we complete the hitch installation. Start in either wheel well and pull the fascia to the center. You may need a small flathead screwdriver to depress black plastic tabs in order to release the fascia. Pull the bumper rearward because those 4 posts are in the vehicle body. Set it on your bumper stand. The electrical connection is maintained over here, so we're gonna swing this out to the passenger side. To create some clearance, we have disconnected this junction. It's here on a trim clip. just slide it off the clip and give you a little bit more room to move the fascia out of the way. Now remove the bumper beam by removing 6 fasteners with a 13mm socket and an extension to gain access. There are 2 on the driver's side and 4 on the passenger side. As you begin to remove the final 2 fasteners, the bumper beam wants to come off the vehicle. Be sure you support it with an offhand. Return the bumper beam and hardware to the owner. It will not be reinstalled. Now remove the bumper beam. Before raising the hitch into place, we're going to install frame stays. So grab your 7/16 hardware and prepare it with the lock washer placed first and the flat washer placed second. Insert the frame stay with the weld nuts to the interior. Line up the weld nuts with these holes in the frame and then thread in the 7/16 hardware. Now repeat these steps on the passenger side. Prepare your M8 bolts for installation by placing on the lock washer first and then the flat washer. Do this 6 times. We can now raise the hitch into position, making sure to catch the frame stays in these slots here. And don't forget to bring 2 M8 bolts with you to secure the hitch, as it's not going to support itself. Now install the remaining M8 bolts. Now install the 7/16 carriage bolts holding the frame strap to the hitch. Pass the carriage bolt from the outside to the middle and then apply the flange nut. We will now tighten and torque the hardware to the manufacturer specifications. I will link them in the description below. We're going to begin with our 2 7/16 carriage bolts and an 11/16 socket. Now torque your 7/16 hex bolts in the side using a 5/8 socket and a short extension for clearance. Now finish with your 6 M8 fasteners using a 13mm socket. You can now install the stainless steel latch block into position. If you're going to be installing the tow kit, you will need to fetch the safety chain hooks out of that kit and install them now as well. The latch block handle is to the passenger side. For the safety latches, they will swoop backwards. They twist on rather awkward and then go outside the hitch with the bolts. Second chain hook swooped backwards. Thread on a nylock nut and then thread through the second bolt. Torque the hardware down to manufacturer specifications using 2 15/16 tools. For those of you who plan to install the towing kit, now would be a good time to install the wiring before returning the fascia. I will go ahead and link that video up above. We're now ready to return the vehicle fascia. Make sure you align the 4 studs with the holes in the vehicle body. When returning a fascia, always lift up and you likely have to stretch it into position. For stubborn areas, use your hand to deflect some torque. For those of you who have it taped back, we will notice it returns with no concerns. Now return all the previously removed fasteners. For ease of return on the hidden fascia fasteners, use the magnet tool to grab the flange of the nut so that you can place it over the post. Tighten snugly, but do not over tighten. Turn the rear scuff panel. Make sure to plug back in the tailgate sensor. Be sure that the tabs make it through the scuff panel before sliding it down. Return your interior trim panels. Now replace the remaining interior components. With the hitch installed, let's go ahead and show you how to operate the stainless steel latch block. The hitch is including a receiver that is not for towing. Do remember, if you want to tow with the Stealth Hitch, you needed the towing kit. The keys for the latch block will be found underneath the rubber cover. Remove the rubber cover, protecting the locking cylinder. Use your keys to unlock the latch block. You can now turn the handle to unlock the latch block. When the tab is fully out, you know you're ready for your receiver. Once pressed in, the handle automatically closes itself. Remember, never use your accessories without locking the latch block. With the hitch installed, we've pulled the vehicle onto level ground to show you some important measurements. This is a 2-inch hitch receiver. From the pinhole to the end of the receiver is 2.5 inches, and from the ground to the top of the inside of the receiver is 14.5 inches. These measurements will help you determine the necessary length, rise, or drop of your hitch accessories like a bike rack or cargo carrier. If you have any questions about the products seen in this video, or if you'd like to schedule an installation with your local U-Haul hitch professional, please visit us online at uhaulhitches.com. You can also download the U-Haul app using the link in the description for even more ways to manage your hitch and towing needs.